I finally added a Godzilla figure to my collection, but is it the wrong one? You guys know I'm not one for researching figures, but this Exquisite Basic has me a little concerned. Exquisite sounds great. Basic usually means the lowest tier. Well, there's not much in the way of accessories, but it still looks kind of promising. Once we get him out of the packaging and all of the plastic wrap, I do think he looks pretty good. He's got that beefy, intimidating Monsterverse look that we've come to expect from Godzilla. He's got a little bit of range of motion in the head and neck, and his mouth, and even the tongue can actually open and articulate a little bit, so that's cool. There's a little bit of a ball joint in the shoulder, a single jointed elbow, and some slight articulation in the wrist. I also see a cut here in the torso, which actually moves decently well once you work through some of the stiffness out of the box. His back plates get in the way a little bit, but he can swivel pretty good. He's got a small amount of lateral and forward-backward movement at the hips, and these knees are a little deceiving. You'd think by looking at them that they're some sort of double-jointed situation, but he's just got a little bit of bend there. And of course, he can move a little at the ankles. But the tail tends to be the most important part of figures like this, and this Godzilla has a lot of points of articulation here, so I've got high hopes going into the tail. But sadly, you can't bend or twist it too much. It's not terrible, but with all those different articulation points, you'd think it would perform a little bit better. Overall, I do think this Godzilla looks pretty cool. There's a ton of detail and variety in the scales throughout the body, and the face is properly angry and scary. The size is just a bit smaller than I was expecting. Here he is next to the Hammond Collection T-Rex, obviously a lot smaller than that, and even a little smaller than the Reinhardt that I unboxed yesterday. I kind of like this smaller scale though, because some of those Hammond Collection figures are actually tough to find shelf space for. The more I sit with this figure and look at all the fine details, you can see that Hiya Toys squeezed a number of small intricacies into this design. It may look a little plain at first out of the box, but there's actually a lot going on here. Final thoughts, this figure just isn't wowing me. That doesn't make it bad, but Hiya Toys came so highly recommended that I am still worried I might have gotten the wrong one, or maybe I'm just a victim of my own expectations being too high. Let me know.